In a foreboding forest, investigators unravel a chilling mystery amid ominous suspicions.
Inhospitable. There's plenty of trees down from a hurricane a few years back. The woods are filled with ticks. You take a couple of steps off the roadway and your pant legs are covered with them. There are bugs in the air, thick clouds of bugs you might be able to see on the screen. So not great conditions for the search, not great conditions if the kids are still out there waiting to be found. Linda.
And you painted such a vivid picture of the challenges of police investigators in keeping this investigation going. What are they saying about their efforts to keep looking for these children?
Yeah, well, police say that the search efforts have been scaled back, but they're not giving up yet. The investigation is still underway, looking into and following up on more than 180 tips that have come in from the general public, from members of the public, and conducting 35 different interviews with people who are close to the kids, whether it be relatives, friends, neighbors, members of the community, talking with them, trying to collect information. Many of those interviews have already concluded. There are still some that the police still have to do in the days and weeks ahead, but they say that they haven't given up hope and that there has been no sign of any kind of an abduction, any clues that someone may have taken.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the Amber Alert next, because you have to have signs of an abduction and you have to have more than just signs. There's a strict criteria. All right, so we'll look at that in a bit. And then I have the suspicious neighbor. I was watching 1111 True Crime, so thank you to them. That and the clothing being found. Yeah, I mean, everybody is so into the case, so wanting to find these children, and it's hard to know what we could do, being from, all the way from the United States, not knowing about the climate, looking at the parents and saying, why are they looking like this? What did they do? Why did the dad use their names in the past tense and then other times not? Why did the mom disappear, put her Facebook up, go single, and now her child is with CPS, the baby? And why aren't they letting Daniel see his baby? What happened? What's going on? Something's coming soon. I hope so. That's what we're talking about today.
Taken these kids. So really there is, a kind of a mystery on the hands of this community, on the hands of the investigators looking into this, with no real sign, no real evidence as to where these missing children may have ended up. Linda.
All right, look at that. Did you see that video? There's a ton of bugs and stuff right there. You guys were talking about ticks. You could see in front of his screen how thick it is with whatever that is. I don't know what kind of bugs are out there, if those are the, like, what it is when you go camping and you see the gnats, or you see, what is that? What is that in front of him? I'm not local to Canada, so I'm wondering what kind of bugs, but besides ticks, are in that area. Let me pull this down so we can take a look at let's look at this real quick. I wanted to look at the suspicious neighbor. I want everyone to see the suspicious neighbor content. Again, 1111 True Crime. It's black flies. Okay, I know there's ticks. 2 tips that I've had 2 ticks on me today. Really? I didn't realize it was bad like that, but ticks could hurt children, animals, you, Tiffany, anybody. Wow. Okay. What's up, Shauna? How you doing? All right, let's take a look at the suspicious neighbor, and then we'll look at the Amber Alert. So, suspicious neighbor, it says there's something there on the left-hand side that said there's always cars, and it's so odd to me, but I can't remember clearly if it was Wednesday or Thursday. Now, this is a statement that was made, but there were so many cars there on that particular day that the driveway was full, and a car was even parked on the side of the main road. All right, now, it was 2 p.m. at the latest. I remember driving past them thinking, how were they probably in there sharing a crack pipe or whatever? And then, boom, Friday comes out with all this. Like, I'm distressed over it all. It's so effed. Right now, this is a statement from one of the neighbors, and I'm going to give you the other statements on why it's suspicious. I mean, that's what they're saying here. That's what, when we originally came on here, we started looking at the parents, and we looked at the characteristics of what a user would look like. And all of us stated that we think that especially the mom was on something, and why she didn't why she didn't look right in her videos, right? Thank you, Foxy Amazon, for the one guilty of crime membership. Thank you. All right. That's what they're saying, Ashton Lee. That's what they're saying. They're saying there were cars. They're talking about the Jack and Lily Sullivan's house. They're talking about there's cars there. It's so odd, but I can't remember clearly if it was Wednesday or Thursday. There's so many cars there. But on this particular day, the driveway was full. Now, maybe this was the day that they were having a party. All right. Again, nobody sat down and confirmed it and gone on video to sit down and say this is what happened. But people are making statements, tips are coming in, and things are getting picked up on. All right. So, suspicious neighbor embeds implied alibi. He says he didn't know that kids live there at all. Neighbor casts suspicion on the parents, which again, look on your left-hand side, guys. Look on your left-hand side where it says there are lots of cars. They don't know if it was Wednesday or Thursday. All right, Sherry McConnell, this is very sad, and I wish that we can do more in this case. I hope more people do more in this case than arguing or bashing people about how the case is presented. I just want people to get out there, present this, and collect real evidence, all right? But law enforcement is supposed to be doing that right now, all right? All right, there were kids' toys in the yard. We saw some kids' toys, and we saw like a swing in the yard. All right, so neighbor cast suspicion on the parents, but then also says they didn't know kids lived there. Neighbors cast suspicion saying they thought it was a DRUG house. All right, guys. So, people throw stones at everybody saying, I can't believe you're saying that about the parents or about the house. But we have a neighbor right here saying that about the house, what they see, the suspicion they have. The neighbor says they thought that was a DRUG.